All right, I want to share a couple dreams with everybody. I had one at age 17. In this dream, I was standing on a bank overlooking a lake of water, a large lake. And as I was looking at it, I was kind of seeing myself, another version of me, looking at it. And something raised me up and let me see that the water started turning to blood and it started coming towards me. And it lowered me back down, and I could still see myself looking at it. And at that time, there was two young people that came, and I had a understanding they were with the church and they needed some direction. So I looked over at them and said, "It's time," and I woke up. So reason I want to share that one is had that at age 17. I moved out of that state. It's like 500 plus miles away from where I was living at the time. To my knowledge, I'd never seen that location. And now I live in that city and I know exactly where I was standing at the time of that dream. So that's one dream I wanted to share. Next one is the picture you're seeing there. I just kind of felt like it was the end times. I prayed to God. I was asking him about, I know we're close. I can feel it. Like it's got to be close. So when I was growing up in the church, I was always told like the Antichrist is alive and with us today, and kind of thing. And I didn't know how much of that was legit, whatever. But I think this was God's kind of answer for that. So like in this dream, I'm flying, and I don't know if like drone or if I'm just like flying like an angel, what it is, but I'm flying and I'm next to a very large bridge, and I look under and it's like calm waters underneath, and I can see like a vast city on the horizon, right? So I start coming towards it, and one of the buildings looks very different. One of the buildings has like it's plastered with like just a picture of the little horn. So as I'm like arriving at that building, I'm seeing nothing but the little horn, and I'm trying to look into it. Right, I want to peer into it and see into the window who it is, but I was kind of told in the dream, like basically like you're not gonna be able to see it, kind of had that understanding, and then the dream ended. So I had that dream on 4/23, 2020, which basically was the date of the UN General Assembly in New York. So I do think it's that. I don't think like, you know, I'm not saying that the Antichrist is, lives in New York or anything. I think the fact that the UN was going on at the time was telling, right? Another one I had was I had this dream and I thought it was so outlandish that it couldn't be from God. I thought it was just too much, But I prayed one night and I was like, God, if I've ever had a dream and I never listened to, didn't pay attention to it, didn't think it was from you, can you please give it back to me? I apologize. I'm sorry. And that night, I have this dream where I'm watching TV and there's some main event going on. Like it's like I had the understanding the whole world was watching, right? Like this was what everybody wanted to see, you know. You can imagine like the biggest sporting event or something like that. Like it was like that, right? And while I'm watching it, it's basically was extremely kind of violent. Two people fought to the end essentially, and I I don't know, that kind of thing. Like just it was outland, Anyway, so while I'm watching it, there's a commercial that comes on, and it's a one world agenda commercial. Basically, like one religion, talks about they used it kind of as a platform to kind of tell lies or whatnot, but basically to get you to believe whatever they believed, from a religious standpoint. I wanted to really listen to that part, but I was taken out of the dream before I could really hear all the agenda stuff. But that's it. A couple of dreams I wanted to share with everybody. Thanks.